Hey everybody, welcome back to Disturbing Creations Construction. And if you've been following me, you know that I like to recycle. I get to save money, and I get to make money, and I get to use something again. Okay. So, as you can see, I recycle, and I'm gonna save you money too. Hey everybody, welcome back to Disturbing Creations. So you know I like to make little trinkets and some disturbing stuff. I found this little like flower vase or this little basket that someone gave me. I forget where it even came from. I've been putting stuff in it that is rusted just so I could wire wheel it later and save those items. But then I realized after I was done cleaning all those items, I still had this little basket that had some rust in it. It had a cool little checker pattern on it. So I was like, you know what? This is made out of metal. So I'm gonna turn this into a disturbing creation. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand this thing down and paint it all up and put some felt on the bottom and put it on my desk so I can just throw knickknacks in it and all kind of stuff. I see people doing this when they take like a coffee cup or whatever and they stick their pens in it. Well, this is gonna be the same thing, but since our colors are purple and green for Disturbing Creations, I want to go ahead and start painting stuff in the shop purple and green. So when we open the shop back up for our grand opening after we're doing the remodeling, mostly everything's going to be black, purple, and green. So that you know when you watch our videos, you know that we are in the shop. So let's get right into it right now and save this little basket and make something cool out of it. And I'm going to show you how you can take things at home and recycle, reuse, sand them down, and just use whatever paint's around the house, you know? You got a half can of spray paint that you don't like? Hey, spray it up. I used one color inside and a different color on the outside, and you're gonna find out why. Let's get right into it. So I don't have any, can't find any stuff, so I'm just gonna hit this open metal in here with some etching primer. And then we're going to, just because I want to get the rust out. I don't want any rust in here where my tools are. And we're going to let that sit for a minute. Then I'm going to paint this with whatever color inside of scrap paint that I have, because I don't want to waste good paint on here that I have. Like I have touch-up paint and stuff. Then we're gonna paint this anodized paint, which is our shop color, on the outside. So this thing's gonna look pretty cool, you know? So let's let this etching primer dry where the open metal was right in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and paint the inside. And I'm gonna flip this over and I'm gonna show you that we are gonna turn this, whatever this crappy container is, instead of throwing this out for 2 pennies in scrap, we're gonna make something really nice to keep on our toolbox. So let's go ahead and give that a little minute to dry and move forward. All right, we're back. So I found this Rust-Oleum hammered look. It turns this stuff into gold, I guess. I don't like the way this looks. It's not for me. I can't remember why I have this, but I want to get rid of it. I don't want to throw it out. It's a good half a can. So we're going to spray the inside of this just to give it a protective coating, a fresh look. And the yellow color or the gold color is easier to see down into than the black color. Let's give it a quick once over and see about where we're at here, you know? Do the inside in case I get any overspray, because when I flip it over, none of the overspray is going to go on the inside. But if I have it up like this, it could get on the outside. Okay, so the inside looks pretty good. This isn't what we're going for. Like, I really don't care what the inside looks like, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. Give it one more little, whatever. And there it is. It looks brand new on the inside. So now if I drop a black screw or a screw in there or a washer or something, or I put something in there I'm gonna need later, I'm gonna be able to see in there a lot easier than if it was black and I couldn't see it, because a lot of washers and O-rings are black too. So we're gonna give this about a couple of minutes to dry, maybe 10 minutes. And then we're gonna flip it over and put it on these old caps here. I use these old caps all the time to lift stuff up like this, you know, instead of being on the floor. Because when we flip this over, I wanna be able to, I don't want this lip here to be touching the ground, and then it gets like dirt and whatever else in it. If you guys have spray painted before, you know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and let this paint cure for about 15 minutes. We'll come back up, we'll do the little flip over. All right, so now that the inside's done, we're gonna hit this outside a little bit with some gray, like base coat. I'm only doing this because the purple is not gonna show up on this dark very well. And as you can see, it's a little glittery. Doesn't have to be perfect. I usually don't spray paint fast like this, but this isn't like a car or anything. I just want to get it done, you know, type of deal. All right. You see how nice and glittery it looks? It's gonna look great sitting out there. And then people will see that this little knick-knack, and they're gonna be like, hey, I saw you make this on your show, bro. And be like, yeah, I always recycle stuff. That's like my thing, you know? I'm the recycle guy. Okay. So now that it's nice and silver, it even looks pretty just like that. Not worried about the bottom, because we're gonna put a piece of felt on the bottom so you can slide this and it doesn't scratch. I don't like the bottom. But we're gonna go ahead and let this silver dry for another 15 minutes. And then we're gonna hit it with this pretty purple color. It's gonna look great. We'll be right back. So the base coat is dried. We waited our 15 minutes, and now we're gonna apply the top coat. We're using this Duplicolor metal cast surface paint. It's again a two-piece system. If you just use this paint by itself, it's only gonna look like flat, not flat, but glossy purple. It's not gonna look that great. So you put this metal coat down, which is this, the ground coat, and it makes a metallic appearance. And then you just lightly put this down. So we're gonna do probably 2 coats of this so that we can keep the metallic underneath. So I shook it up already. Always make sure that the little tip is clean. You always gotta clean this so you don't get drips and all that kind of stuff. And we're just gonna kind of spray it. Try to hit all different angles. We just are making a base. We're not completely coloring it because we don't want any runs. The more paint you put on, the more runs you're gonna get. We don't want to do that. We just want it to be pretty, something for the shop, something cool. It's our color. So let's act like we're putting some class and time into it, you know? Continue to shake the can. I always keep shaking the can because I want it to mix. You might not have to as much as I do it, but I like to, and I'm only getting about 6 inches away, 4 to 6 inches, and I'm doing different angles, different, you know, now I'm doing a 45, I'm doing it up 45, because this has texture in it. Doing it down 45. Corners are a little hard to get. You gotta spray those specifically. Continue to shake the can. Always shake the can. Shake the can, shake the can. You know? One last little, you know? And there she is. And we're gonna let this dry for a little bit, and I'm going to inspect it. If I like the way it looks, I'm gonna leave it alone. If I don't like the way it looks when I turn it upside down and you know, I'm missing some places, then I'll hit it with a second base coat. But you should probably wait 10 or 15 minutes. Always make sure that you're reading the directions, because each paint and each brand could be a little different. Some paints, you know, you might have to wait 48 hours to cure. Some are 10 minutes and it says apply another coat. Some say go ahead and apply the clear coat right after. Some say wait. So always read the directions on your can, because I don't want to be responsible because you saw me use the Duplicolor metal cast system and use the Duplicolor some other regular paint and it didn't come out the same way. So please do your due diligence for yourself and always read your directions. Now let's let this set up for another 10 minutes and then we're gonna come back and see what it looks like. So how's she look? Can you see the speckles? The metallic? Oh, I love it. It's our color. So again, I didn't paint the bottom because I'm gonna put felt on the bottom. But you can see how shiny and new she is in the sun, you know? I don't know if the camera's picking up the metallic. I can't really tell, but in my eyes, it's beautiful. Beautiful metallic. It's kind of hard to get the sun to hit it because the sun's already going down. Let's see. There. Against the white background, right? And then remember, the inside is hammered. So the inside is not going to damage or rust any of our tools or anything we put in here. So I think it's looking pretty well. It's the same color that we did the chair. It's the same color that we're doing the rest of the shop. So it's gonna be nice inside, nice outside. I'm gonna set it on my toolbox. I might put a magnet, glue a magnet to the bottom here so it doesn't move. It's gonna look great. It's gonna look great. It's gonna look great. And then I'll put a magnet on there and I'll keep it on my toolbox, and then just as I go put some stuff in here or whatever, you know, and it won't fall off at all. So we just turned what someone gave me, a rusted up whatever this is, and I just turned it into a gold and purple basket to hold tools or whatever you want. You can put this in the house, you can put a flower in it, you can do whatever you want. I just want to show you guys to be creative, have some confidence. You don't like purple, make it green with the yellow inside or brown or whatever, you know. Just, it's always better to make something beautiful again than to throw it out and spend money. This cost me nothing. This cost me nothing, you know. And you can see how big it is compared to my iPhone. So I put my iPhone 11 in there, and you can see I could put a lot of room in there, right? All right, thanks for coming to Disturbing Creations. We love you guys all. Hit us up with a like and a subscribe. It's getting late, man. I've been out here for 12 hours today, painting and doing stuff. I'm ready for a sandwich and to go in the house. We love you all. God bless, and we'll see you later. Subscribe. So here it is. Here's my cool little basket. It's my colors. The shelf was, I could buy in green. Whatever I can't buy, I just make the colors that I like. And I put the rubber pad, I cut up a piece of rubber pad that I had and I put it on there. So now when I put it on somewhere, look, it moves the whole toolbox. You know what I mean? It doesn't slide off. You don't hear any of that metal clang. It's not gonna scratch. So I decided to put all my gloves, my neoprene gloves on one side, and whatever rags I cut up and you know, I'm ready to go when I'm working on something on the other side. And then I could just throw this, you know, wherever, and it's not gonna scratch. So I made this great little basket for my shop, and you could take old stuff and, you know, I mean, the paint was free. It was in the shop. The basket was free. It was in the shop. I could throw it out. It looks cool. I like it. All right, guys, Disturbing Creations, give me a like, subscribe, and share. Making all kind of cool stuff. We're coming up with ideas, if you have an idea, put it down below, and I'll try to figure something out that we can do. All right, love y'all. Bye. Put all kind of nice stuff in here now, and we can see inside very easy. It's not dark purple, so if you, oh, and there's a blooper. Oh,